You're listening to Real Talk Texas with local expert Steve Hakes. Now, here's Steve.
Welcome back. In the studio today, we're talking about military, and we're talking about what some of the civilian people that I have in our studio today, myself and Bill Meili of Meili Law, and Geni Manning and Crystal Weir of the Geni Manning Team of Keller Williams, and what everybody's doing to try to help our veterans and our current active people and reservists. There are some great people in the Metroplex here that are here to help. And I did promise a nugget before the break, and if you just tuned in, what we were talking about was veterans and how to transfer them, or how to help a military person get into a home. And if you're not aware of this, or if you've got a relative or friend that's been in the military, there is the Texas VA loan, and that's one. There's also the government VA loan, and the difference is. The Texas vet has some things you have to qualify for. It is a little bit lower interest rate. That's the big attraction to it. Veteran loans require zero down payment. And there is, let me explain the difference between the two government programs. The FHA program is one where you have to put 3.5% down. That's the lowest down payment pretty much out there. And what they do when you say you borrow $100,000 for a home, they're going to roll into that note 1.75% into that note for an FHA loan, and so you'd be borrowing $101,750 really, but you don't have to bring that money to closing. They just make your note a little higher. The other thing is that you pay 1.25% per year for mortgage insurance. So that's a monthly, it's added to your monthly bill. You take that 1.25 divided by 12, and that's added to your monthly payment. And that's an FHA loan. Okay. And everybody can get that, whether you've served or not. What the VA does is pretty unique, is there's no monthly mortgage insurance on that. And there's 0% down, which makes it really a great thing as well. Now, there is, for veterans, there is a funding fee that's charged by the VA, and that's just like the FHA program where they just roll that into the note, so you're borrowing a little more money. So a lot of times I'll advise our veterans, depending on their age, I'll advise them to not do a 30-year loan. Maybe they take a 20-year loan or a 15-year loan, so they're building equity back into their house. They may not have had the down payment, so that way when they're getting ready to make their next move, a lot of mortgage people will not give you that advice. They're more apt to, how much can you afford a month? I have always looked at my job as being a financial advisor as well. And so I try to give people the best advice. I love 15-year notes. If you've been a listener, you know that. I really believe that that's a good thing for people to do, to get that equity into their house and pay things down. Things come up. You may want to sell your house, and if you put zero down, and in 5 years or 3 years you got it on a 30-year note, and you need to sell that house, you still have to pay the real estate agent, you have to pay the title company, you have to pay people to help you sell that house, and you could be upside down and be writing a check to leave your house. So for you veterans out there that are listening, I hope you understand that it's not that I want to get you in a smaller home. It's just I want you to be financially prudent, and I want to help you at least see the difference there. So if you want to get the larger house, you want to do a 30-year note, you really need to pay an extra payment a year or an extra 2 payments a year, and that's the other way of keeping your payment down low, but then also paying down that principal, because a lot of people look at mortgages like rent and not like a debt. And what they need to realize is it's not rent. It is your savings account. It's your personal wealth. It's part of your net worth. And so you want to pay that down as you go. The other thing that people don't realize as well is the government does a great job for our disabled vets. And by that, I mean that upfront mortgage insurance that's rolled into your loan is waived for disabled vets. So if you're working with a mortgage professional, make sure they know that you have a disability. And there's a wide range of disabilities within the military, and you can find that in your DD 214. I think is what you use to qualify. Is that it, Bill?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And so, we look at that and we try to say, okay, they're a veteran. We don't have, the VA's not going to charge that fee. The other thing, recently, I'm doing a loan right now in South Carolina, and we've got a client that was brought to me by one of our loan officers. And there is a program out there now for disabled vets, and you need to listen to this. And that is, there are grants, not a loan, it's a grant for veterans that are disabled. And it goes in two different forms. One, they help you build a home so that you can easily get around throughout the house if you have special needs. They also have a grant for if you buy a home and you need to remodel it so that you can get a wheelchair in and out of rooms, make the doorways bigger, or whatever it is that you need. There's grants. It's not like a loan. So you want to make sure you reach out to us, and we can help you navigate that as well. It's a great program. We're doing one right now in South Carolina. Like I said, the grant to build this house, they're giving $68,000 to this veteran because he's got some disabilities and they need to do some special things to that house. And so it was the first time I had heard of it, and I've been in the business a long time. Like we talked about earlier, Bill, there's so many programs out there, and if you don't talk to the right people or reach out to the right people to find out, you just need to make the call, I think, and say, hey, this is my situation. What's out there to help me?
Absolutely true. And just something so basic, loan versus grant. We think we know what that is. Grant, that's money. They don't have to pay that back. That disabled veteran does not have to pay that back. That's his money. One of the things that helps me navigate anybody that, is coming to me for help is the friendships, the relationships that I've developed over, the years in the military, in the bureaucracies, in the criminal justice system. We know people, and I just want your listeners to know that too. One of the things that I can help out with is in any particular problem that active duty reservist, somebody who has served and is now a civilian, they just don't really know where to go. And if they get somebody on the line, they don't know if that information is valid, if it's trustworthy, So one of the things, I can help be a clearinghouse. I can put folks in touch with folks that are right in the ballpark, right, that have current experience, who are good, who can help that person immediately, and they can trust the information that they're getting. That's a way, like Geni and Crystal were talking about, that I can give back. I can point them in the right direction.
Great.
I need Dallas Cowboy. That's what I was thinking.
You need to be my.
You said, well, you can come in and read about the Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders, and I'm thinking, I don't have any Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders on my website. I need an upgrade.
So if you're looking for some help, and you're a couple things, I'm going to give you some information to reach out to the show. I'm going to give you information to reach out to our guests directly as well. And so to reach Bill Meili, you go to Meili Law, and that's MEILI Law. .com. You can reach him there. You can also go to his business Facebook page as well and contact him that way if you need some help or you know someone that might need his help. Same with Geni Manning. You go to GeniManning.com, and that's GENI Manning.com, and you can reach her at that website. Myself, you can go to SteveHakes.com, and that's HAKES. You can also pull out your cell phone right now, and we'll just make life easy for you. Just call me or send a text at 817-925-2546. That's 817-925-2546. And just send a text as to what you need from Real Talk Texas. And we're all here to help. Hope you get to know us a little better through our conversation with you or with each other on this show. Real Talk Texas, we really try to find the top experts in the marketplace, and I know we have them in the studio today. So if you know someone needs help, just please reach out and do that. Again, you can text 817-925-2546. Just text the word law, text the word loan, and text the word realty, and one of the three of us will get back to you. So thanks for listening to Real Talk Texas. Tune in next week when we got more real experts from the DFW marketplace that are here to help you in an area that you may need some help. See you next week.